Welcome back to Me the Diaspora on Africa's Own channel, our YouTube channel. Again, this is Raphael. Today we have a new episode for you, and as promised, it has come to pass. Today we are having one wonderful guest, a great man in our community in the African diaspora here in Chicago, coming to unveil, reveal, and then teach us and educate us on so many things. So stay tuned. Please, if you are not subscribing, you are missing out. Just subscribe. Just smash the subscribe button and automatically you are subscribed. And this is free. And don't forget also to hit the notification button, whereby anytime that a new video comes out, you should be the first to receive it and watch it. Our wonderful thing that we are doing in the midst of the diaspora. Coming soon, stay tuned in, Meet the Diaspora after this. Thank you for staying tuned in. We are back. And today we have a great man on the show. And then this is what the Meet the Diaspora is about. And I think that I'll step up and then I'll let the man introduce himself. And my brother, please introduce yourself to Africa's Own Squad.
Well, thank you, Africa's Own, for having me here. It's an honor and a privilege to be able to connect with this community. My name is Anthony Iampansa, and my background is in finance, logistics, and supply chains. And I'm a married man, a beautiful wife, Deshana, and I have two beautiful girls. Currently, we're right here in Chicago, Illinois, but originally, from Ghana, and we like the ability to obviously enjoy time when we're in Africa, and today we're connecting with you live from Chicago, and just happy to be here on this channel and to have a conversation.
Thank you very much. I'm very honored to have you on the Diaspora show, and I've known you for quite a while. Yeah. And then actually we meet at the Christ Resist Ministry.
Yes.
And then since then, not only as you are presenting yourself, or you have introduced yourself, not only you are a husband, you are a dad, and then but also you love the Lord.
Yes.
And then as such a man, there's a rare to find in our generation also. Therefore, I am very honored. So thank you. And then your background is financial.
Yes.
And then we are in the 21st century.
Yes.
We have seen the evolution of many things are happening, especially when we talk about money, when we talk about currencies.
Yes.
In the time past, when we came to this country, the dollar has power over everything. The pound sterling has power over everything, the Dutch mark. And then all of a sudden, it turned to euro.
Yes.
Till now, we are seeing different kind of currency in the system. Not only one, but there are diverse.
Yes.
Please, can you give us a little bit knowledge or information about that to my squad?
Well, thank you so much, and it's a great topic that you're treating. It's something that I believe within our community, it's not getting a lot of attention, but it's something that people do need to, in fact, be conversant of, and something that people need to understand so they can take advantage of it. And you mentioned the word evolution, right? And since time immemorial, that's what the world has been going through, right? An evolution from one degree to another. And in this area, we're talking specifically about money. And money has been going through an evolution, right? And I think what most people don't understand is that money is just a medium of an exchange, right? In order for us to be able to share our talents and our resources and our energies together while we are on this planet together, right? So money is just really a tool to help us facilitate that exchange. And as a tool, it has evolved, right? I mean, we are, like you said, in the 21st century. So the idea that we'll be transacting or doing things the same way they were doing in, let's say, the 15th century or the 17th century. It's kind of archaic, right? We have to understand that things have evolved, and that is what we're seeing. So we've seen a world where we've gone from a barter system where people used to just do petty trading. If you have oranges and I have tomatoes, I take your oranges and you give me tomatoes. But over time, we know that's not sustainable, right? So the world has evolved to where we went from all of that, went to using precious metals like gold and silver to store value. And then we transitioned to paper currency, right? To be able to be light on our feet, right? Imagine having to carry bars of gold around, right? It will be very tough to be wealthy in such an environment, right?
It is.
So things are changing, and likewise, even money in terms of carrying paper, we've been able to transition to where a lot of things are becoming electronical.
Wow.
Right? And once we got to the electronic environment, we realized that the speed at which things are changing, the speed at which money and transactions are being had to change. And when we get into a digital age, there were some challenges because now the protections and the things that needs to be in place, what we're seeing is that the current system cannot handle that.
Wow.
And that is why we're seeing what is now emerging as cryptocurrencies, which I'm sure we'll talk more about as we go through this conversation.
It is amazing. You use the word sustainable. It means that things have to evolve.
Yes.
From 19th century to the 20th century and then to 21st century.
Yes.
And then this currency, when you see them like in the last decade, it was so fast in our very eyes.
Yes.
Not only that, you could see also not only with the digital, we see also in the technology, with the fintech.
Yes.
Right now, so many applications with transaction of money, and then with the currency. So what is really cryptocurrency?
Well, cryptocurrency, as you mentioned, we know that things have to evolve, right? So cryptocurrency is really what we're now calling the digital currency. And the word crypto is just really a short form of cryptography. And that is really the authentication part of cryptocurrency. Right? And that is where it takes that name from. But cryptocurrency, especially I think is what is more common for most people is Bitcoin, right? Which is just one of the cryptocurrencies.
Okay, so Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, means that there are many currencies.
Yes.
It's the digital money.
Yes.
But Bitcoin is just one cryptocurrency.
Correct.
Okay.
Bitcoin is one cryptocurrency, and the reason why Bitcoin has the market dominance that it has is that one of the key things that Bitcoin solved when it came out is that it solved the challenge of duplicate spending.
Okay.
You see, when you go digital, the first thing you have to now be worried about is copies, because we know that in the digital realm you can easily copy things. Right. So how do we have an environment where we can prevent people from copying and doing double spend? Because today, think about it, we live in a fast-paced environment where somebody can make an order, and within an hour or two cancel that order. But what if the shipment is already on the road by the time you canceled? How do you stop that transaction flow? So these are the challenges that banks and institutions currently deal with. And scams and all those challenges.
Efficiency.
Exactly. So cryptocurrency is really Bitcoin, as we all know. I think what people need to understand is the technology behind it. And the technology behind cryptocurrency is what is known as blockchain. And to me, I think anybody that is trying to understand more about this evolution, what they need to study more is about blockchain. And what blockchain is doing is allowing data to be spread across multiple different platforms all at once. What that means is that we're able to share information. So the application of blockchain, imagine in the healthcare sector. When we all know that now by having all that data, we can now know the best way to treat this form of disease.
Okay.
Right? And the best way to attack this type of challenge.
Okay.
And that is the type of technology that cryptocurrency is built on.
Wow.
Okay. So
this is powerful.
the emergence of it, like I said, is that when Bitcoin solved this challenge for us, what it did is it made this migration to digital viable.
Okay.
Right? And since then, obviously, it has exploded. But it's still, in my opinion, in its infancy. If you remember the .com in the early 90s,
yes,
when the .com started coming out, right? And it's just like any technology, there's always challenges in the beginning.
Right.
But one thing that we do know for sure is that things are evolving, and that we all need to first come to an understanding of what is happening, so that we can also take advantage of it.
Wow, this is a powerful information.
Yep.
Now, I remember that myself, I just want our viewers, the Africa Zone Squad, to understand that you were brought up from here. Were you born in America?
I was actually born in Ghana.
In Ghana.
I was born in Ghana. I came when I was 11.
11 years old.
Yeah.
Like myself, the same way. I was born in Ghana, and at the age of barely 18, that's when I left Africa to France, and then to Germany. Some of us, I think that we lost certain things some way and somehow. We are not really taught when it comes to money, handling money, knowing all around money, how to spend money. But some also, in some household from Africa, they are able to have something like that, which is a blessing. So, as the Africa diaspora, right now here in the United States, where we know that this evolution is constant.
Yes.
It's now.
Yes.
It's now.
Yes.
And then you are talking about how it is at the stage of infancy. Yeah. So how do we get involved? And I remember that a few years ago, I tried myself to understand it. Let me tell you, because I did not have a financial background.
Yeah.
God directed me to you. And then I asked you that I just want to know this, because what you don't know can cost you.
Yes.
I just want to know this. Yeah. And then by God's grace, you introduced me to it. And I have studied. And then now I have the knowledge, the basic knowledge. So in our community right now, when we want to learn, if you want to learn about cryptocurrency or the Bitcoin that we are talking about, how can you take somebody from 1 to 2 and to 3? Because this is evolving. It's at the stage of infancy right now. It's going to go up. It's not going to go backward. Yep. So if we are involved right now, that's going to be beneficial for us in the long run. Yep. So I want my community, my Africa community, this light to come on the African diaspora, especially those who are here in Chicago in the United States. So take us through this 1, 2, 3.
That's a good mission of yours, to educate and empower and bring people up to speed in terms of what is happening. And I think it's very, very important for that. Not only for everybody, right? Especially as we're talking about those of us in the diaspora. And in terms of understanding cryptocurrency, I think there's a lot of literature out there. Okay. Obviously, I'll be sharing my credentials later on, and you can connect with me, and I'll be able to provide some more one-on-one consulting in that arena. But I think there's a lot of materials out there. But the simple thing that one needs to understand about cryptocurrency is that, imagine today, right? Today, what we have in terms of how we see money and how transactions happen is what we call centralized monetary system. In that the currencies that we're used to are issued by a government entity. A government empowers, or a government supported entity. But what we also need to understand is that today the money that we're spending is known as fiat currency. Okay? And what fiat currency means is that the money that is actually in your pocket, the value behind it is really, for lack of better words, nothing. It's just that you and I have come to an understanding that we should use this paper to transact.
Right.
Remember, we started with the evolution.
Right.
We started with where you used to give me tomatoes and I gave you oranges.
Yes.
Now we have the central government saying, hey guys, because that's inefficient, let's use this paper that we've demarcated with numbers on it to use to transact so that we can have a good way to gauge value.
Exactly.
The limitations with that is that, or the challenge with that is what we're seeing now in the economy, is that when you have a centralized system, it means that those that control it are the only ones that have the power over that process.
Wow.
What that means is also that in this current fiat system, which every economy is really pegged to, and what has made the US so much more powerful is that after World War II, the US became what? The reserve currency, you know? So the greenback, as it's known, which is the dollar, is the world's reserve currency.
Yeah, and it dictates all the other currency.
All the value of all the other currencies are pegged against the dollar.
Wow.
You know, so what that does is it gives the United States the power to basically
Control.
print money.
Yeah.
They are the only ones essentially that have the ability to print unlimited money.
Wow.
Right?
And they control the economic system, the world economic system.
They set it up.
Yeah.
They set it up at the time during the Bretton Woods, conference, and this is where all of these things came about. So, money as we see it, again, before there was a value behind it, where we had gold backing our paper.
Right.
But now there's nothing valuable backing that paper. So, what cryptocurrency, some that are for cryptocurrency is to change that. Cryptocurrency is giving us a decentralized currency. What that means is that it's not issued by any legal government entity, meaning that it's also not controlled by the few group of people,
the most powerful
in the world, right? So what it's allowing is that now, and it's also allowing, or the goal is to keep check of things like inflation. You see, because when you're able to print unlimited money, you see what happened to Zimbabwe?
Yeah.
It's where you get to where the money becomes worthless.
Yes.
Right? Because if it's just paper and everybody can print, guess what? Whoever has the biggest printer is the richest person.
Right.
Right? So what cryptocurrency, for somebody that wants to learn more, again, and I think we're jumping around, but if you're looking to learn more, I think there's a lot of content out there. But the key thing to understand is that one of the key differences between what we see today and how we transact with our bank is that only the bank is keeping track.
Okay.
Only the bank is keeping track for everybody. You and I don't know if the bank slides money to somebody else. How would you know?
We don't know.
We don't know. Right? So if the bankers are sliding money to their friends, we wouldn't know because we don't have any insight into what is happening.
Yes.
Right? But in the cryptocurrency environment, the ledger is public. The ledger, meaning the transactions that are happening on the cryptocurrency, it's public for everybody to see.
Wow.
Not one movement happens where nobody knows.
There's a data for it.
There's a data for it, and the data is sitting on everybody's computer that's in the network.
Yes.
And that is also part of what gives us protection, because now part of it is to prevent certain types of hack.
Okay.
Meaning that imagine if somebody goes into your bank account today and hacks your money. Only the bank can solve these type of things.
Right.
And on the blockchain, if somebody says, "Oh, I have $1 million," everybody on the blockchain is going to say, "Where did your $1 million come from?" Because the last transaction I saw, you only had $10 in your account. You see, so nothing moves in and out of the blockchain without everybody knowing. So what it is it's kind of like we're playing a game of cards.
Wow.
And now everybody gets to keep track. It's up to all of us to be the referee.
Yeah.
And that is what we're doing when we are on the blockchain transaction.
Yeah, if I understand well, not only it provides protection, because it puts out all the information over there so that you can see.
Yeah.
And beyond that, it gives us also transparency.
Transparency, yes.
Transparency.
Transparency.
That not only a group of people at the bank just know what is going on.
Exactly.
Let's say that sometimes we make a transaction in a bank.
Yeah.
And two transactions, you write a check, you use your debit card, and sometimes you might not know during the weekend. All of a sudden, Monday and Tuesday, they will tell you that you have overdraft.
Yeah.
But this transaction went in first, and then sometimes you see that but why didn't he
put the other
transaction first, and then they charge you for that. So these are some of the things that cryptocurrency is bringing transparency so that you can always see.
Yeah.
This is amazing. This is amazing. So, so you can we say that people can use cryptocurrency to buy things right now? Are banks accepting it?
I would say people can use cryptocurrencies to transact in a lot of different environments.
Okay.
In fact, big institutions are accepting it. I just read an article today that, forget the name of the company, it'll come to me, but you can actually get your tax refund.
Wow.
I believe it's TurboTax.
Okay.
TurboTax and another company where today in the US you can get your tax refund in cryptocurrency.
Wow.
Right? We have
things are going so fast.
It's going fast. We have sports company people that are getting paid in cryptocurrency. In fact, the mayor of New York is taking some of his salary in cryptocurrencies.
Whoa.
We have many places you can use your cryptocurrency to transact on Amazon.
Wow.
People are buying actually houses in cryptocurrency.
Wow.
Using cryptocurrency to transact. So the point is, the marketplace is starting to accept it. And what is really happening, when we talk about cryptocurrency, I want your eyes to be open to what is known as DeFi.
Please tell Africa's Own Squad, especially the
Africa's Own Squad, what you want to learn, this topic that we're picking up is treating this very vast. But one of the key things you want to understand is DeFi. DeFi is decentralized finance. And that is where the world is moving to now, where there are a lot of players now. And decentralized finance, meaning that we have a lot of players that are coming now. Now we know on our phones, we're transacting fast using, we were using Cash App, we were using Venmo, we are using all these different applications. These are all decentralized DeFi institutions that are now coming into the play. And it is growing. I mean, you can take loans actually in cryptocurrency.
Wow.
You can lend cryptocurrency to, in fact, with Coinbase, you're able to borrow against your cryptocurrency. And so what people need to understand, though, is that the various cryptocurrencies that you're hearing about are not just quote unquote currency for the sake of currency. Okay. What is happening is that now there are two categories. There are real projects, and then there are some currencies or coins that are out there that are just more, for lack of better words, you could almost call them jokes or meme coins. Okay. And what is actually powerful about the meme coins when you see it is that, like one that recently went very went viral was Dogecoin and some of these things. Okay. And what that tells you is that when, as a community, we come together and put value in something, it actually does have value. Right. Because the example of Dogecoin is that it was created to be a joke. And before you knew, it was worth billions.
Yes.
Right. And what it is that it doesn't matter. If you and I decide to use our handkerchief as currency, we can actually turn handkerchief into currency.
Yes. I've done a little research recently because it looks like the names are coming, non-stop. And companies, they just come together. And then they just say that now they have also their coin, which is cryptocurrency. So
let me give you what that means. So most of us, when we think about investments, for example, let's say you want to buy shares in Apple, you want to buy shares in Amazon, and you go and you buy stocks.
Yeah.
Okay. What is happening with these coins that are coming out? Like you're saying, companies are issuing different types of coins. What it is a way for the companies to raise money.
Okay.
From the public.
Okay.
Right. To fund these projects.
Okay.
And as the projects become successful, the value of the company grows. Guess what? The value of your coin is also growing. Right? And remember, we've already established that a medium of exchange is all we need to understand to be able to transact. Wow. Right? So what is happening here in this space, and I don't even want to get into the topic of metaverse and everything, but what is happening is that within this space, we need to transact. Part of the challenge in today's environment that we're seeing is that the current digital transactions system that we have is very expensive and is very slow.
Okay.
You send money to Africa or different places, it's very expensive and it's very slow. Yeah. Right? It's getting faster, but imagine in a crypto environment where within minutes you can transact.
Transaction is
some are even faster than that. Yeah. And the cost basis are typically very, very low. So that is where the world is going. You mentioned whether you can spend it in different places. You can. Okay. And I believe that more and more companies will adapt as we go.
Amen. Amen. Thank you very much for such information. It is loaded. And then there's somebody say, I want to contact you. I want to know more about it because things has evolved. Yeah. It's not going to go away. No. It's better we plug in now. Yeah. Whether you are Christians or whether you are not Christians, this is what it is. This is the fact. Yeah. And if you say that you are a Christian, the Bible still say that the Bible remains the same. With the scripture that says that we are in the world. Yeah. Even though we are not of the world, we are in the world. So, do you think that should Christians avoid cryptocurrency? No. Or push it aside? No.
No, I think I don't think cryptocurrency should have any impact on your faith. Okay. I think that, like you said, we are in the world. So while we are here to obviously live and be able to live an impact, right? And at the same time, we don't want to be outdated. We want to keep with the times, right? And we
don't want to be outdated. We don't want to look old.
Exactly.
In the new.
Even
the Word of God says that a new wine should go into the new wine skin.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. So we always want to stay on the cutting edge. And what I ask people is just imagine today, how often do you personally even use cash? You're not even using cash much, right? You're now using more digital things. So
I went to a barber shop this morning. I had to transact the money through Zelle.
I was in Ghana.
Yes.
At the barber shop. Doing the same.
Momo.
No, it wasn't even Momo. I was using my my normal POS to make a transaction. Yeah. But the point is that things are changing, right? So if we're here today and you're seeing the emergence of a new technology, and I think sometimes as a Christian, we get scared, or sometimes we think that, this is anti, Christ, or not against my faith or everything. But imagine you as a Christian, you've already evolved, right? You're probably looking at your Bible through your app, So nothing changed the word. Yeah. It's just a different means to deliver that information to you. So if the world is moving this way, then what you want to do is learn it so that you can also teach your children.
This is powerful information, Brother Anthony.